Hi, my name is Cindy Rang.
I'm Brianna Motskis, and today is our Sunday box opening.
Okay, do we look tired?
Does it look a little deja vu?
It's late. So those of you guys that are new here, we're a mother-daughter duo with a quilt shop in Central Washington State, and we've been here for 26 years. And you can find everything at fabricpatch.net. We have an online store. We have a brick and mortar shop. We have our own pattern line. We have a retreat facility, and we have this YouTube channel. And what we do twice a week is we do box openings where we show you the stuff that's just come in the back door, and you get to see it first here, and you can order everything online. If you go to our menu, there's a little drop-down bar for order online. Go all the way down to where it says what's new. And if you click on there, the newest things, it's all in order. Most recent stuff. Or if you know what you're looking for, just type that in and you're good. It's a fairly large website, so I don't know that it's super user-friendly because there's a lot of stuff on there.
I don't think that it is, but I think the major problem is the search bar. The search bar is ridiculous, and I'm not smart enough to figure out how to use it. I'm going to say it's not my fault. Not my fault. I've learned it's like a one-word search. One-word search. Holiday.
That's what everybody calls.
Poinsettia. Don't get all crazy. Don't add plural. Is it apostrophe? Yeah. Probably not.
Yeah. So you spelled it wrong. It doesn't have a guess for you.
No.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Unless I spelled it wrong and then I find something. So I'm sorry if it's not very user friendly. Yeah. I wish it were, but the search bar is a struggle. But if you go into even just shop online, you'll see everything's like categorized into notions or books or fabric. And when you go into those, sometimes it's categorized by fabric for sure is by collection name. So if you happen to know what collection you're looking for, that will be the easiest way. It's all alphabetical. Or for patterns. Sometimes we have little collection groups of just specific patterns, like shop label patterns that Mom and I have written, or from the wooden spool. So you'll have some of those too. Buy any patterns are all together. So we try to keep it friendly if you're searching, but that search bar, she's tricky. Yeah.
It's not like Amazon where it's suggesting. What about like these? If you like that, you'll like these.
Yeah, there's no suggestions. It's just a whole lot of that's not a notion. Yeah. That's not a stiletto.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
So what's happening this week, which is kind of funny, is that right now, as you're watching this, we are cruising along.
Yeah.
Where are we? Let's see, Sunday. We are in Ketchikan.
Are we in Ketchikan?
We are in Ketchikan, visiting quilt shops and the Totem Park and
shopping downtown.
And visiting our friends Janine and Chris Maidball. But what we did is we filmed this before we went. So if you guys have subscribed with us, then we've hopefully by now we've done a couple of live things. We are filming as we go. We're doing a couple classes. It is a quilting cruise. And when we get back, we will have more videos where we'll have Anna do kind of a little compilation for us. But I don't know what we have planned on the way.
It's sticky. Get him.
I didn't get him. And that was so fast too.
Now we see where Forrest gets it.
I know. But he do. Anyways, but what we thought we would do is just make it easy on the gals while we're gone.
Yeah.
So we filmed our Wednesday box opening, and then we stayed late to film Sunday box opening. So if we look tired, it's because we are.
Yes. Yes.
But that's okay. Fortunately for you guys, it'll probably be less chatting and more opening. So we'll see. But I make no promises because,
anything's possible.
And when we get tired, we get a little rummy.
Right.
So,
okay. So I've got a huge notion box to start.
Oh, we opened up.
Open.
Okay. But, you did say so. So, if you guys are with this is fun stuff. Super, super popular. Really nice stuff. So, lots of good colors. So it's by Sally Tomato, and it is a faux leather. Should we open the one? Let's open the one that you sliced open.
Yeah.
I should take this.
That one's the furry one.
This is the furry one.
So
what this is, I know we have
and this one's called tie-dye tonal black. It's faux fur. It's just like a little short hair something.
These pieces are 18 by 25, so they're a great big, a fairly large piece, a piece that's big enough that you can imagine if you were to fold it over, it's like purse size, right? So what's nice is that it's not really fur, it's not really leather, it's polyester that's made to feel like leather or pleather.
It kind of feels like cowhide.
This particular one, the fur one, does feel like cowhide. It feels like real cowhide. But if you're going to make a purse or fiddle around, even with a super simple pattern that's really just nothing other than, you know, a box bottom, folded and lined, it will look super fantastic if you use this stuff. And if you look at it, it's kind of like wool in that, and minky in that there's no raw edge. So you don't have to applique, you don't have to turn anything under. You can top stitch if you want to do some kind of fun things. You can put this on a quilt top, if there's something that you are trying to do some embellishment that's super fancy. It's totally washable. Throw it in the washer, throw it in the dryer, all is well. You want to be a little careful with an iron on some of the pleathery kind of stuff, and that's sort of
you want to make sure you iron it from the back side, because the other part might melt. The other thing that's really nice about the faux fur and the pleather is it is treated on the back side, so it's already like finished. So if you don't want to make a bag with a lining, you wouldn't have to. It has a beautiful edge. It's not slippery. It's almost like
feels like suede.
Suede. There you go. Yeah, a suede finish on the inside. So
the first stuff, I don't know if you can feel this or see. I don't know.
Can you feel it? Can you feel it?
Touch it.
Good thing really hard.
Touch it.
Hey, yours the rummy bit.
But there's also, there's maybe there's one in there, but there's also like a cowhide looking one. Yeah. And then there's like a Holstein-y kind of looking one. And so there's a couple of different fur ones that are really nice. And then the pleathery ones, there's two different textures. One is called Pebble, and that's it's just a really nice leather, the pebbly texture. And one is called
Legacy.
And that's Legacy, what this one is, which is like a faux leather.
It looks like a worn pair of chaps.
And lots of colors. I think now, I think we've added, there's a bunch of colors in there. We've added things to fill in. So we've the teal, robin egg blue. There's
this one's
pink,
a mustard. This is one of our top selling colors.
There's a nice charcoal. So lots of colors, and it's inexpensive. It's $11. So if you are making any bags, purses, anything like that, and you just want to take it to that next level,
try it.
Try it. Ooh, what is it?
I don't know.
Terra Magic.
Is that what it is? Terra Magic.
Yes.
I have someone who wants this.
We've been waiting for it.
It probably is.
That's what they wrap like that. You're scaring the dog.
Sorry. Yes.
Terra Magic. This is pretty cool stuff.
It's a stiffening agent.
Yeah.
So it's like using lots and lots and lots of spray starch to make it really, really stiff and thick. That has just been super concentrated to make it Terra Magic. And you just spritz it on there, let it absorb, press it, and it's like this little piece of paper.
It turns weird.
Yeah.
Washes totally out.
Wash totally out and totally reusable. So if you do it into like a casserole pan, you can just keep using it over and over again. But we use it a lot in machine embroidery. So if you don't want a whole lot of shifting, or if you're using like a Jason Yenter, which is like really silky kind of a cotton, it'll stiffen it up so it really appliques down really well in machine embroidery. Or if you're wanting it to be in any other kind of a way. If you're doing something mixed media, multimedia kind of a way, but you want that fabric to be stiff and rigid into a shape, you can do the same thing without having to decoupage it. So if it's not going to get wet or be washed, it will totally stay.
Yeah. These are kind of fun. Just fun little notions.
60.
We had bought some of these. These were in our little swag bags, one of the little notions that we put in. So these are kind of cute. Cute little 60-inch retractable tape measures. Kind of fun. Little stocking stuffers.
Yeah. These are our little thread snips. They're just kind of that multicolored.
We were going to give everybody those also, but we didn't want to risk the confiscation.
Because this should not be confiscated through TSA for a carry-on. Because it's under, even from, usually they measure from here. This is your 4-inch measement. But sometimes, depending on the agent, it's like the whole scissor. And this is under 3 inches.
And I've had somebody take one because it was just sharp. Yeah, but that's way too sharp.
Well, you've also had people take pins from you.
Applique pins.
Thank goodness you were an acupuncturist and you didn't need them.
I don't know. Grand Central. Fantastic pattern. Fantastic. If you are not sure what to do with that really cool all over print that you just really don't want to cut up. So you can see it here, how interesting it is, but I'm going to flip it over on the back and it's a little bit easier to see where you've got like that focus fabric or a panel that's in the inside. And then there's just a couple pieces and it makes this really cool. It's just pinwheels and solid squares. So you can do lots of colors and have kind of a really interesting varied pattern or just a couple pieces. And it's still really cool. It's a really, really good pattern. Squares, pinwheels, and an all over print.
A great beginner quilt if it's, you're not going to just sew squares together, because if you're going to do it, you're going to do it. Grand Central is the quilt.
Yeah.
I got some little serrated applique scissors. These are just little 5.5-inch ones. They're super nice. Either left hand or right hand with a nice little sheath. The nice thing about being a serrated is it's grippy. So whether you're doing a fusible applique, wool applique, it just has that really nice sharp scissor from the very bottom to the very tippy top. So super nice.
Yeah, super nice. And then these are new. Smart Fox dual needle threader. So if you see this, there's the teeny tiny little for the small needle on the bottom, and then the bigger needle for the top. So just a little needle threader that's metallic. And so
it says it's stainless steel and brass. Does that mean it will magnetize?
Stainless steel will. The brass, I think, is just the decorative part of it. But yeah, if you have a magnet, you know, that you... Oh, she's getting a magnet to test it. I'm sure stainless steel.
Stainless steel should. Oh, yeah, but the brass is heavy.
The brass, no.
So, yeah, and the brass is a little heavy, so it gets them a little topsy-turvy. But depending on if you're using itty-bitty eyes or chunkier eye, like a chenille needle.
Cute.
That's nice that it's multi-use. Yeah.
And then also, we sell out of this stuff all the time. So there's a whole bunch in that box I see.
Yes.
So this is the fusible batting tape. So the fusible batting tape comes, no matter what, you've got 30 yards. So you've either got 2 inches wide or 2 pieces that are 1 inch wide. So it's the same amount.
They just cut 1.5 for you.
Yeah. Just depends on how you'd like it. And so, and I don't know, I guess it just sort of depends on how comfortable you are, if you want the thicker or the thinner. If you've not ever done it before, you might start with this one and then you'd feel comfortable with this one. But all you do is you just lay this out, and it really is just a fusible interfacing. So you just lay it out on your ironing board, and then you take your little pieces of your batting, because all of us have these, right? Where we have just these leftover batting bits. And so then all you do is you just lay this down right on top. Yeah. And then take your other pieces, butt these up next to them, and then just iron it. You can also butt these down and then put that tape on top if you find that to be a little bit easier. It is fusible, so you want to make sure that it doesn't touch your ironing board or your iron.
And it's an obvious rough side is the fusible side, and the smooth side is the non-iron, non-sticky side, I guess is how you do it.
It's just it's a nice way to use up those little bits, because when you're done long arming something or quilting something, you have that weird, 90-inch by 10.
And it's not quite big enough for a runner of any sort. So.
No. And pretty soon, all of that stuff takes up so much room in your quilting studio that instead of having a whole bin of batting bits, just get the ironing board out, turn on a movie,
make yourself a batting to fit that quilt finishing.
Yeah. And I guarantee you, no one will be able to feel it. You will not be able to feel it. So I have mixed together wool bits and cotton bits and blend bits, and it doesn't matter. At the end, after everything is quilted, no one will feel this, and no one will feel the change in your batting. So it's just a nice way to clean up your sewing room.
Your batting will not change.
No.
In that, if you wash your quilt in hot water, you're gonna have bigger issues than just batting doing its funky things. But if you're just washing it on a gentle, cool cycle, no batting is going to shrink more than the other or anything. So you'll never notice that way either.
Will you just hit no?
Quiet.
Sorry.
The last thing I think in this box was the crinkle material. So the crinkle material is just a plastic that we put in little soft books to add that crinkle noise. So baby favorite.
Dog toys.
Or dog toys.
Baby toys.
And this crinkle material is totally washable.
Yeah.
Because my kids all, when they were teeny boppers had, even Maisie still played with a dog toy that has crinkle fabric in it because she just likes it. And sometimes I find the pet toys that my kids are playing with, their crinkle is not washable because why would you wash a pet toy? But
I wash my pet toys.
oh, see, I don't. I mean, I have outside toys. I mean, I do if my babies have them.
She takes them outside, and then she leaves them outside, and then I throw them in the washer.
Oh, look at you. Well, we already know. You don't have babies to take care of.
No,
You take care of your 4-legged babies.
I do.
So, yeah. It's washable, though. So, whether it's a soft book, a toy, or whatever. Yeah. All right.
And Metro rings.
Oh, Metro rings.
So we've talked about this many times. We've shown the quilt a couple of times. If you have a double wedding ring quilt that you need to make, this is the easiest way to do it. It's that So Kind of Wonderful. So it uses that ruler. So we've talked about this particular ruler many times before, the quick quarter ruler. And we have some other patterns that are coming.
Yeah.
Patterns. And even I think there was a new book and there was a couple things. So watch for that, because what's really, really nice about this particular ruler is she has massive pattern support. So it's not one of those one-trick wonders.
Right.
Lots and lots of stuff. She also has a mini ruler that's really nice. So,
Okay.
all right. Okay, we're going to, and the Sally Tomato stuff, are you going to have that up near the top, or do you have to search for that?
Nope, I'll put it up in the What's New section, and you'll see all the leathers up front.
Because also, if you need to search for a project to make, are all of her patterns in there too? Yeah. Any purse pattern that you like, just substitute out, put this up in.
Yeah.
It makes a huge difference. Easy to sew through. You don't need
Nothing special.
a unique needle. The only tiny change that you might end up doing is you might end up with a little larger stitch length is the only difference.
Because both of these, the fur and the faux leather, your stitch is permanent. Your stitch isn't going to go away if you decide to rip it out. So also that, and that'll help with the elongated stitch. It'll make things go easier without breaking a thread. All right, we're going to get these notions out of the way and find ourselves another box.
All right.
Oh, purple.
Right.
Oh, and batiki. I like it. Oh, I like batiks.
Oh, we haven't had batiks for a while.
No, but look at these jewel tones. These are beautiful.
Oh, wow. I like these.
Yeah. Blue, green, purple. You can't go wrong with that.
Jewel tones.
All right. We'll get some plastic off and then we'll look up close.
Okay, so this is really, really beautiful. So we have a lot of batiks. We love batiks. If you're not as fond of batiks or familiar with them, the deal with batiks is that they do have a little bit of a different feel at first with them. And the reason for that is because of the type of processing that they do. And so it has this little waxy coating. But what will happen is after you've washed them, I would say by the third washing, and I don't wash them before I sew on them. I do everything, do what I'm going to do, and then as you wash quilts, it feels just like everything else does. We mix batiks with our solids, our flannels, everything else. We mix all those textures and it's fine. The other thing that I really like about batiks is all of the saturated color. It's just really nice, so ethereal. Really, really like it. So we have a lot of batiks, but these are really vibrant.
Yeah.
Very, very rich.
And there's just 8 of them.
There's only 8. So I think we need to do
some half-yard
cuts because we have 2 patterns in particular. One is mine, one is Brianna's that use 8 half-yard cuts. Well, 8 quarter-yard cuts. Half-yard makes it a little bit bigger, but it's Brianna's Baby Bento. Yep. Super popular. Maybe we can insert a picture of it here. Really easy, really popular, really pretty. Easy to make it into a large quilt. And then the beginner Bargello. If you've never done a Bargello before and you want to, this is a quick one to start with. If you've done lots of Bargellos, it still is fun. It's still one of Brittany's favorite quilts to make.
It's fun and fast to do.
Fun and fast, striking looking. And all of these have already been selected to go together. So these are just a whole lot of color. This would be beautiful. Well, either one as a Bargello or as the Baby Bento, because it's all of those jewel tones that look so good together. Going from the purples. Well, we have a little, I would move these over.
Oh, yeah, the wrong side.
Yeah.
That is okay. To the blue.
Wrong side. But yeah, to blue to green. But that's okay. You still You can, but they still look great together. So, and just, I think that there's only a couple of repeated textures, it looks like. So this one is just really cool, kind of classic little chop with all of those little circles in there. And it's a pretty kind of a fuchsia pinky purple. And this is a mottled purple, same sort of colorway with just kind of a really cool. This is not the same. Yeah, it's not the same chop as any of the others, which is kind of cool. This is like a little quote block.
Yeah, that's super cool.
I love it. And now we're getting into the blue. So there's blues in that one. Purple background, blue and green in this one, which is, I don't know, what would you call that one? It's just a flower medallion.
Yeah.
Kind of a cool print. And I really think that this is the same
I think it is
chop.
Mm-hmm.
It just looks different.
Because it's more tonal.
Yeah, that lime green, which is super nice. And oh, that's gorgeous. Kind of almost like a mandala. Beautiful green. Is that the same? No.
It's not. It's another.
It's not. Another mandala.
One, but not as intricate.
Blue. I love the smell, and they have kind of that detergent-y smell.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really nice. And then more circles, like that very first one that we saw in kind of a light blue, sky blue. And there is a hint of a purple in there, almost kind of making you think periwinkle-y to blue. Really, really pretty. So yeah, just 8 of them. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and have some half-yard cuts for you. So
and then the rest of it you will find at the top of the boutique section. So when you go to what's new off the website, you can click boutiques, and then you'll see these 8 first, followed by everything else.
All the other boutiques. Yeah. Okay, great. We're going to move these out of the way, and we'll find some more boxes. Oh,
some favorite.
Oh, what is this? Can't tell. It's a.
And there's also some. It looks like some patterns and stuff in it. Maybe some books.
Oh, funny. Okay. All right. Okay, so we had. All right, so there's some really cool fabric that we need to take plastic off of. A little flash. See that in a minute. But let's look at these first. So we had just mentioned this. So we knew we had ordered them. They were just in a different box, different company. But so kind of wonderful. Was there a ruler in here? No.
I can go grab one. Let me go grab one.
So kind of wonderful is the ruler that we were talking about. That it's just a soft curve. And what's really, really nice about her ruler is that in her patterns, she, here, I'm going to open up this book for you. In her patterns, she shows you exactly where to put that ruler. I mean, it just could not be easier. Okay. So, so she has a couple of books. I think we have most of the other stuff in stock. And there's one in particular that's kind of a nativity that is super, super fantastic. And then there's, Sonoma is one, and it's like, borders almost is how you can do it. So this one, I'm going to flip it over on the back and you can see some of the projects. But I want to show you
all of these together. So
yeah,
there's a So Kind of Wonderful that I'll put in the What's New that's going to have her booked, her rulers, and her patterns all in there.
So what she does is, well, I see it shows it on the back. So you take your fabric. Is there a glare there?
Here, I'll hold it where there's no glare. Okay, right there.
Okay. So where she'll show you in the pattern how you line it up, and every little reference for where you cut is lined up and is shown. So you can do all of your curves, and then when you piece them, it's a very gentle, easy, you just layer your top together and you feed it through there. She shows you exactly how to do it. You press it and then you cut it a second time. And she shows you all of that. So see, like this one, you're cutting a couple of pieces. And then after you've pressed everything and you've done everything and it looks like this, then you're going to square it up again. And she shows you, you know, this is the block. So it's absolutely foolproof. And it's really cool because you get all of that curved piecing without all of those, you know, clipped seams or set in seams or appliques. So it really is nice. It's very, very smart. The ruler is really cool. Oh, you did bring the ruler.
Yeah.
The ruler is really cool. When you get this ruler, pull that paper off, of course. That's just on there for, you know, while they cut it. But then you'll be able to see all of your lines. And every ruler comes with its first little pattern. So there's a little urban rings, or urban runner, to be able to do that.
So she has the quick curve ruler, and then she has the quick curve ruler mini. They have their own supported pattern line with the minis, and all of her patterns say, you know, mini pumpkins, mini whatever.
Yeah.
And then her brand new ruler is the Wonder Curve ruler. So we don't have as many patterns at the moment that have her Wonder Curve.
This book is the Wonder Curve.
I don't know. It's not.
It says
One wonderful curve. Not the Wonder Curve. That uses the regular ruler.
Wonderful.
This pattern, this one's called 70 and Sunny or Sunny Rays. This one uses both the quick quarter ruler and the Wonder Curve to do this collection. So it's pretty much 2 quilts in one. But super great.
Brianna's right. But look at that quilt. Boom.
Yeah, and it uses this pattern. Uses both of these rulers.
Mm-hmm.
So, but all of her patterns and pattern covers will tell you which ruler to use. Need. So it's really nice. It's super easy. If you do have any questions when you're purchasing a pattern, you can always put in your notes, hey, are these the right rulers? If we notice that you purchase a pattern, a lot of people were buying Metro rings with the mini ruler, and we know that's not going to mesh well, so we'll call and say, hey, wrong size ruler, want us to pick a different pattern, or you want to pick the right ruler.
Let us help you.
We will call you if we see an error in there, or if you have questions.
More of these. Oh, and Focus Pocus.
Oh yeah, we ran out of that from, gosh, a while ago.
We keep mentioning this. Yeah, there's a couple patterns that are just kind of
from the Christmas collection.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, I have a little bit of fabric to open. Let me get the plastic off real fast. I'll be right back.
All right, let's look.
All right, these are just a few pieces. It's called Color and Light. Is that what it said? Yeah,
Color and Light.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
it's pretty groovy.
It's really groovy. And so what will happen is you may find that you want some supportive pieces to go with it. Mm-hmm. And it would be really easy. So if you pick the things that you want so that we know that you're really looking for a periwinkle or a clear blue or a red, you know, or whatever. Pick what you think that this is the right one. And then in your notes say, will you double check? I am putting all 5 of these fabrics together. And we'll do that. We'll lay them out, or maybe not we, because we're not here, but the girls, you very, very capable. They'll look and go, oh yeah, wrong green. Yeah. Or whatever.
Even just put in a note, say, hey, I'm wanting 3, you know, blue, pink, and that green. Yeah. And yeah, they can do it for you too. Either
and
way.
It is, I'm going to say, being somebody who helps people pick stuff out, if you start with kind of what you want, it's easy, because then I know you're looking for a bright blue, you know, or a dark blue or whatever. Because otherwise I'll get something together and it's like, oh, no, I wanted it to be.
Or where I sometimes struggle too, it's I'm going to pick something a little more textury, or you want something super textured, or no, I'm like century solid. So yeah, that's a good thing too.
Yeah, because then we can say, you know, we found one that looks really, really similar, but looks a little bit better.
Yeah. Okay. Totally right.
All right.
I'm going to go around.
Help us help you.
Yes.
All right. And what did you say this was called?
It's called Color and Light.
Color and Light. It's just teeny tiny. I feel like this one should glow in the dark, but you're going to send me on a wild goose chase and it's not going to. Because I think that's fantastic.
It's a swirling color, black and white.
Yeah, I don't even know. So this is fun. It's like little flying carpetas.
Oh, see, I thought it was like, you know, sailor sails.
Sailor sails.
But yeah,
it could be a fish.
It does look like a magic carpet right there.
Yeah, that's totally. That's magic carpet.
That's cool.
I like it. And this, what madness is
Isn't
this?
That fantastic?
Yeah, I feel like we need to look at a little more of that. This is like, you know, if Kate had a Sharpie.
Right?
That's pretty fun.
That's pretty awesome.
Who's the designer? Does it say?
I don't know. It just says, no, it just says text. I can see if there's something on this, because this is an extra book.
Yeah, what does it say?
Anna Neiman.
Anna Neiman.
Nyman.
Huh. We got 2 bolts of it?
Yeah. There's one of the same one.
Because this is fantastic. And you know, you could put in, you could pick solids. What was that pattern that we, Jacks, Happy Jacks, Slapjacks, Jacks.
Hocus Pocus?
No.
The one we just opened?
No, what was the other one?
Grand Central?
Yes! Grand Central. Yes. It's funny that you knew what I was talking about. Yes, Grand Central. This would be good for a centerpiece, and then just a couple pieces that would go with it. Yes.
Black and white.
That is fantastic.
Ooh.
That is a good piece. There are so many things that would go with this.
Yeah.
Anything in that art gallery wall.
Yeah.
Really, really nice. And this is the same print with blue. If you like.
Yeah, and more marbly.
Yeah.
You've got your light teal, light aqua, really.
Yeah.
And medium and darks.
Fantastic.
Oh, beautiful.
Right. Really nice. All right. Okay, we're going to put this away. We'll be right back.
All right. Lastly, I've been holding out on these for you because I was pretty certain we were going to wait for a fabric collection to come in. You have a little makeup going on.
We look rough. It's the end of the day.
So these are just pre-cuts. This is called Denim and Daisies. It is a collection of wovens. And these are the pre-cuts. And we've had the pre-cuts for, gosh, a couple weeks. So
my guess is the fabric's going to come in while we're gone. But I don't think that's any reason for
you not to enjoy them.
To delay. Because I'll tell you, the layer cakes, these have been kind of a hot commodity because of our Jacob Star. The Jacob Star pattern, there's Brianna did the YouTube tutorial on that crazy fast with one layer cake, and then you'd probably want to get like a clear white, just your white on white, and cut that into 10-inch squares. So you'd probably need a yard. A yard's going to give you 4 times 3.
You'll need
12. You'll need 2 yards. You'll need 2 yards of solid white to cut into 10-inch squares. Unless maybe we have a solid white layer cake.
You might.
And if we do, 2 layer cakes will make 2 quilts because you'll use half of this and then you'd use 18 white ones. But anyway, everybody has been buying up the 10-inch squares for that Jacob Star. You can also just do regular Jacob's ladder with the 5-inch squares and 5-inch squares of your background. So you can do Jacob's ladder blocks or Jacob's Star, which is a great big humongous quilt. That's essentially 4 Jacob's ladder blocks making one great big huge quilt.
Yeah.
So
the nice thing about wovens is it's a really nice soft feel, but it's also, there's no wrong side because it's just the threads being woven. It's not actually being printed. The other thing that's really nice with the wovens is if you're doing a rag quilt. So you can, they'll fray really nicely. They look so cute if you just want to do a really simple rag. I know, he is driving me freaking crazy.
so fast. They're so sticky.
I don't know why he's sticky.
I don't know why he's sticky because normally they're sticky in the winter time.
Yeah. So woven, I took the little thingy bob off.
You did. I'm gonna something going on here.
I was already showing.
Well, and the other thing to finish your sentence, Brianna's Raggedy Stars. Do we have one back here?
No. Weird.
Raggedy Stars
Squares.
Squares. Raggedy Squares.
Uses 10-inch squares.
Yeah. Super, super cute. It has kind of...
He likes you.
Oh, what is happening? I'm going to hurt him.
I was pretty certain you got him. She didn't get him.
I did not.
Yeah, Raggedy Squares, that would be super great.
Super great because it has a raw edge, and then in woven, what happens is there's no wrong side, so you get all these really nice colorful threads.
Yeah,
so it's really nice in a raggedy project. But the other thing that's kind of fun is that in a woven, because of the way that they do it, you might have a one color of thread on top and something different, or it'll look different on the other side. So this one, I don't know if you can see that's kind of white, and then if you look at the other side of it,
you don't see the polka dot.
It's like a shiny polka dot. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Kind of cool. So kind of fun. Wovens are pretty cool. People, I don't know, people are nervous about wovens sometimes. You should not be.
Nah.
You should, it's not any different. It's just instead of being dyed and colored, the color comes from the different color of threads. Yes. So it can be more expensive because the process is different and it costs more to make it, but it is still a nice weave, high quality fabric that is really nice. It might fray
a little bit more if you handle it too much, but it's still really cool.
It's really nice.
Yeah. Very cool. Beautiful blue and white. So if you want to do a really cute white and blue quilt, if you love that kind of, blue china thing going on, this has got you. Denim and Daisies. So from Fig Tree. So maybe we'll see yardage, or you'll see yardage while we're gone. But at the moment,
don't delay though.
Yeah. I've been hanging on to these for a while, so it's weird for fabric to be so far behind the pre-cuts.
And that happens with us a lot, or we'll open the fabric and then 2 weeks later the pre-cuts come and I don't know.
Yeah, I mean...
Moda. we love Moda, but it comes from 2 different factories. All right, and I think that's it.
That's all of it.
We have opened
lots
everything.
of notions.
Lots of notions. So we opened a great big box of all kinds of fun stuff, including quite a bit. We didn't pull out all of the colors, but quite a bit of the Sally Tomato faux leather in all of the textures. Fur, Pebble, and Legacy. $11. Super fun. End up with a bunch of that so that when you get into the groove of the big snowstorm and we're all stuck inside, you're making a bunch of bags.
You're ready.
Boom, you're ready to go. And you're not fighting because, the peacock color is already gone. Get it now. You remember that I warned you about that.
Yes.
So we got all of those, and then we got
batiks. So 8 more batiks. We're going to do some half-yard cuts. So remember that. If you want to do a quick quilt, or you're not sure what you want to do yet, a bundle of 8 where everybody is going to match really well together, and they're half yards. You can do quite a bit with 8 half-yard cuts.
And I'm going to mention, while we're talking about batiks, people are already asking and emailing and messaging about our fabric patch batiks. They have been ordered. We will not see them before Christmas. My guess is we'll see them the first part of February. So they will be coming. The sagebrush batiks will be coming one last time. We ordered 7 of the 8 colors, and we ordered 15 bolts of 15 yards. You will have all that you want. We will be doing some pre-orders, but not until it gets to be a little closer. We don't want to hang on to your money for that long. And so we'll wait for a little bit. So don't worry about it. But as it starts to get closer and we hear that it's maybe in LA, maybe
we'll bring it up again.
We'll bring it up again. So don't worry, but it'll be a while. We'll have to make it through Christmas first, and then we'll be good.
All right. And then that really groovy color and light.
Oh, yeah. The Benartex one. Yeah.
Super cool.
Yeah. And lots of stuff that'll go with that. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then denim and daisies.
And we saw a lot of so kind of wonderful stuff too. So hopefully if you have the rulers and haven't picked a pattern, maybe it'll, spur that on so you can, or if you've never seen it before. Yeah.
Now, the other thing too that I know while we're gone is the girls are busy on kits. So the other thing too, if you're still looking for a couple of other ideas, we've still got a lot of kits that are available.
Yeah. There's a whole section on that.
Yeah. Go to the kit section. And remember, as always, to check clearance.
Always good. Always good.
For shipping anyway, add a little something in there.
Get a good deal.
Yeah. All right, you guys. So we'll be seeing you. Let's see. Wednesday morning Fabric Chat. It will be from Alaska. We'll have all of the babies and probably some special guests. It's gonna be a mess. It'll be fun though. Yeah, and maybe you've already seen us from Alaska by now. We don't know because we're filming it from the future. All right, from the past. I don't even know. We're visiting you in the future from there. You don't know. I don't know. All right, have a good day. Bye. Thank you for watching our video. We invite you to leave a comment, hit the like button, or better yet, subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode. You can also visit our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or Pinterest pages, or find all of those things and our online store at fabricpatch.net.